PTA, what's up? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Let me get this situated the way I want it. Yeah, somewhere right around there. That looks good. What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it through another week. Congratulations. And now we get to celebrate with some cool comics, my friends. Welcome, everybody. My name is Chris. It's the Cool and Common Stream. We're getting this show on the road here Friday night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern. You know what that means. Time for some comics. Got some great stuff this week, my friends. Highlighted it in the video. Lady Death. I got some sealed subscription copies of Batman. Batman, Detective Comics, Shadow of the Bat with a couple of annuals in there. Still sealed in the subscription. And a short box full of Conan and 52. So, pretty crazy. All right. Well, let's get it going. I'm still trying to debate whether I should actually maybe I should let's create a poll here. Should have done this before now that I think about it, but let's see here. Should I open the sealed comics or sell sealed? I'll show you what I mean in a second. Open. Keep. Seal. Of course, if anybody buys any during the show, I'll do whatever you want. But let's see what everybody says. All right, let's get that going. I'll show you what I mean here. All right, so I went through these. I had to break the subscription code. Check this out, guys. So if you lived at home and you had your comic books mailed to you, you might receive something like this. I get one without the stickers on it. I'll take the stickers off. How's that sound? All right, so what we're going to look at right now is Batman number 537 through 541, 530, 543, and 544, 546 to 554, and 556 to 559. All right, so it's kind of interesting. If you've never come across these in the wild before, let's just take a minute. So these were sealed poly bags with a front cover and a back cover to protect the comic during transport. And you got your mailing label here, right? So what do we got? We got the order, and we got the title of the comic, Batman. And then we've got issues 537, right? And the subscription ended at 541. So that is issue number 537. The next one is 538 out of 541, right? So he paid for comics up through and including 541. So there's 530, 537, 538, 539, 540, and last but not least, 541. Right? Then he forgets about his subscription and he goes, "Oh, geez, I gotta renew my subscription." Right? So he probably bought 542 at his local store, and then he restarts it with 543 to 554. Right? And that's what we have here. Issues 543, 545 is missing, but through 554, that's what's actually here. So, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Eric, what's up, buddy? How you doing tonight? I just thought I'd stick a poll question up there if we should keep these sealed or sell them, open them up and sell them. Well, that's just Batman. So that's Batman with the sealed, right? And then, but wait, there's more. Try to keep these in some semi-order. Then I've got Detective Comics 704 to 726, missing a few copies. And then we've got Shadow of the Bat, annual number 4, 57 through 79, give or take a few, 23 copies. It's crazy. I'm doing well, my friend. Let's see. Let's give a little recap here on the last couple of weeks. So last couple of weeks have been busy with comic book shows, right? The next comic book show coming up is June 6th and 7th, which is next month. But last Saturday, I was at the Lehigh Valley Comic Show, and that was pretty interesting. It was really good. It turned out really well for me. Very happy to have done it. Thank my friends Todd and Renee Ratstash for once again having me come on down and help out, and letting me use their tables for free, which was big. Um, so I had 3 tables, but then what happened was someone in the table next to me never showed up. Never showed up. So I got a fourth free table, and I started, after about an hour or so into the con, I'm like, why am I just standing here next to this blank empty table? I started pulling stuff out of my boxes and laying them out on the table, right? So, and that was great because I was in the same room as last year, which is the celebrity room. There was a WWE wrestler there. I forget his name. He's an old school guy, but he still wrestles. He's like 62, and he's built like a fucking Mack truck. I forget his name. I'll have to remember it. But I was in the room with him, so he's doing the signing up front, it's kind of nice. It's a little bit of a smaller room. Maybe there were like 12 vendors in there, but people come in to see him, right? And got a lot of good business. Uh, so the bottom line, I netted about $600. Not bad. The show started at 8 a.m. From 8 to 10 a.m., you could get in for $15. That's the early bird special. And then at 10 a.m. and later, the show closed at 2 p.m. It cost $10. So a lot of people come in early, though. A lot of people came in early. And then there was a second rush at 10 a.m. Sold a lot of comic book sets. That's my bread and butter, man. It's crazy. The comic book sets kill at these shows. Uh, I've got two upright cabinets upright shelves where I have my little wall of premium comics. So a handful of those sold. Out of my single comics, probably the best seller was GI Joe. Yeah, the sets kill it, man. Every time. GI Joe. Out of all the singles, GI Joe sold the most. I only have so much room, so I brought GI Joe. Plus, it's like a toy show, so I bought some toy-related comics, Transformers, GI Joe. I bought. I brought with me a lot of Daredevil. I took the time to package a lot of Daredevil up. I thought with Born Again running right now, I thought maybe, not so much. I brought a lot of Supergirl with me, and I've got some Supergirl covers with Lobo on the cover. I sold a little bit of Supergirl. I talked someone into picking up that one with the Lobo on it. That was fun. And then once again, I had this. The other story I'll tell is, I think last year I told this story about a guy. There was a guy who came, an older gentleman, probably in his 60s, and you could tell he was a particular type of comic collector, right? Last year, he went through every single one of my complete sets, all 12 boxes of them. And then he asked if he could open them up to look at them individually. And I said, yeah, sure. This is last year. And he ended up spending like $200 on my complete sets. So this year, I see him again. And I just stood back and let him do what he wanted to do. So he went straight for the complete sets. He went all through them again. And when he was done, he comes up to me with like $150 worth of comics, right? Hands me 150 bucks. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Okay, fast forward about 4 hours, right? And then it's like an hour before the end of the show, and he comes back, and he goes to the sexy bad girl boxes, the ones with all the the half naked ladies and the nude books and all that kind of stuff. And in the last hour of the show, he comes up to me again and he buys $200 worth of comics. So I mean, that was pretty big considering I netted 600. He was about a quarter of that, maybe, right? Maybe about 300 or so, maybe even half. And then there was another guy who came in the last hour too, and he went for the sexy girls also, and he bought like $100 worth of comics. Um, and then towards the end of the show, hold on a sec, I gotta grab something. All right, here it is. So Taskmaster, right? So this is yours. Um, but it was so funny when you asked about this because again towards the end of the show, one guy came up to me and very nice guy, very polite, very soft spoken, very he was very skinny, almost emaciated. My initial impression was this guy is sick, right? So, but he came up to me and he kind of half whispered. He goes, "Do you have any Taskmaster?" And he starts explaining to me who Taskmaster is, and he had one comic book in his hand with Spider-Man and Taskmaster on it, and he says, "I've been walking around this whole Comic Con the entire day, and I only found one copy of Taskmaster." And I went, I remember bagging that, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I think I have it. I think it's in my complete sets. So I start digging through all my complete sets, right? And I'm about halfway through, and I'm going, wait a minute, I don't think, I don't think I brought it here because it was in last. I think it was in last week's show. So then so another minute I look at it, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry. I said I know I have Taskmaster. I know I do. I must have left it home. I'm so sorry. And he was like, oh, that's okay. That's all right. No, it's all right. Thanks for looking. But die hard Taskmaster fan right there. Crazy. He was super serious. He was super serious. So that kind of I think that kind of sums it up. It was a lot of fun. Met a lot of nice people there. There was the guy at the table next to me did make a few deals. The guy at the table next to me was selling um, action figures, right? And I was talking with him, and he's kind of like me, that's his hobby. Action figures are his hobby, and he's got to deal with his wife where he'll sell some to make money to go buy other stuff that he really want, like that kind of thing, right? And but with him, he had like this whole tray of pins, and I was looking at some of them, and he had lanyards and pins, and he told me that he used to work at Wizard World, and he used to work at a lot of the Philadelphia cons, and so he had all these lanyards and stuff. I'll do a little show and tell if I have it here. Um, so I've got it upstairs. I've got my stuff upstairs, but I got these pins here. So anyway, the short story is he had this whole big display full of pins, and I picked I found a Fantastic Four pin that I really like. I like FF, so I bought a Fantastic Four pin and a Dark Horse Comics lanyard because when I go to these cons now, I'll have something cool to put my ID badge on. So I end up. Oh, and he had cards. He had his son with him, who was probably about 8 or 10 years old, and it was fun because he was helping Dad out, And the son was in charge of the cards. And I've been talking about getting into comic book cards, non-sports trading cards. So he had a binder there. The binder was the DC First Edition collection binder. And in the binder, the 3-ring binder, he has a complete set of the DC First Generation cards. And in the back, he's got like 4 or 5 of the 12 hologram cards. And I was flipping through that, and he goes, that was mine when I was a kid. This guy's in his like late 40s or whatever. So he goes, that was mine when I was a kid. He goes, I just got it from my parents' house. I haven't had a chance to clean it. So when he was a kid, he took him out of the package, put him in the protective sleeves, and that's where it sat in his parents' house for the last 35 years, right? So I'm looking at him and I'm going, wow, these cards are minty. They're nice. And he's got all the key cards in this set because I know this set now. And I've got a sealed box of the same set. So he had $10 on this 3-ring binder full of DC cards. So I tell him, all right, what do you, I say, I definitely want the cards. I go, how much do you want for all your pins? So he goes, and I don't know if I'm going to add these into the buy it now section. This is not all the pins. I go, how much do you want for all the pins? And he looks at it. He looks at me and he goes, and he's looking down at the pins. And there's got to be like 100 pins there, right? So he goes, give me $20. And I said, $20 for the $20 for the pins and $10 for the. No. Just give me $20 for everything. There is some. This is a whole bag of enamel pins, all kinds of. I started looking them up individually, and some of these individually are $5 a piece, easy. But you got to wait around, right? And he's like, you know what? Just take them for $10. I'm happy to get rid of them, make more room. So how cool was that? That was a pretty good deal. That was a pretty good deal. Yeah, I was real happy with it. Real happy with it. So that's kind of the summary. So now I'm getting geared up. I got about 3-4 weeks. June 6th and 7th is the big comic book show in Allentown. Uh, yeah, they'll sell over time, no doubt, no doubt. The next big show is in the last one until October. So my last one of the summer is June 6th and 7th, and that is going to be at Allentown Fairgrounds, the same place where the Ephemera show is. So it's a huge venue. This is the place last year in a 1-day show. I netted $1,000. So it's a 2-day show this year. They expanded it. So I'm hoping for good stuff. So that's the deal. That's the story, my friend. That is what's going on. Why does this thing look all pale here on my laptop? All right. Well, yeah, it was so cool. So cool. All right, now that I scared everybody away with my story, they're like, I thought this guy was selling comics. Keep them sealed. People are saying keep them sealed, huh? All right. Interesting. So, yeah, so these, I don't know. I mean, if I get some Bat fans in, maybe we'll open some of these tonight. If anybody wants to see the Batman, let me know. But this is what the Batman is. Three different sets. We got Shadow of the Bat, Detective Comics, and Batman. Now my strategy for the big show is for the Downtown Paper Show and Lehigh Valley, I didn't really bring that much DC. Other than Supergirl, Lobo, that kind of stuff. So this time I've been spending the last 3 nights grabbing the big three: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and I've also got some Titans and some other stuff that people might be interested in. But I love it. Like that guy with Taskmaster out of nowhere. He's like, "You have Taskmaster," and I'm like, Ooh, I have it, but just not here. You know, you can only bring so much with you. So speaking of which, this is another. I'm going to show these real quick, and then I'm going to run some. Brian Polito's Lady Death. I brought with me these really cool chrome posters that I purchased recently for Lady Death. They got a great reaction from the crowd, but nobody bought any. I'm hoping to have a little better luck at the next show. So we got 5 each on these. This is the Brian Polito's Lady Death. One of my posters is signed by Brian and the other 2 main creators. So super cool. So yeah, let's get a couple of these running just for the hell of it. We might as well try to get the algorithm pumping for me. Oh, you know what, Eric? While I got you here, let's put a hold on that. Yeah, well, that's the you got to make choices. It is a big inventory, and so it's like, well, okay, what's going to be hot? I've got anything with Doctor Doom and Iron Man on the cover. I did sell a few of those. Sold some Doctor Doom covers. Um, Sold some Doctor Doom covers. Trying with the Daredevil. I had some boys there. All right, Eric, are you ready? I don't know if you saw this in the video or not. Here's 52 back here. Complete run of 52, 1 through 52. All this here is Conan. Robert E. Howard Conan. All right. So I'll go through them throughout the show. So in the watch back, you can see what they are. But there's Jewels of Gwalor 1, 2, and 3. Now, some of these I think you might have. I don't know. I'm not keeping track of all the Conan you've gotten. There's a complete set of Demons of Kitai 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Daughters of Medora. I mean, it's insane. Conan the Avenger, the 2014 one. 1, 2, 3. I got a complete run of Conan the Barbarian, Queen of the Black Coat. 1 through the 2012 Robert E. Howard Dark Horse. 1 through 25 complete. There was one. Here's 25. 2019 Conan the Barbarian. Got 3 of those. Savage Sword 1 through 12. I think I got about 5 of them. Dark Horse Conan, the Kurt version, 2004 to 2008, 1 through 50. That was number 1. There's number 26. About half the run, maybe. So I'll go through them individually, but dude, crunch the numbers, man. Crunch the numbers. I got one shots in here. The Daughters of Medora is a one shot. So dig through the paperwork, man. It's all about the paperwork. You get paperwork at work. Now I'm giving you paperwork at home. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Whew. All right. Josh, thanks for coming in. Rez Tez, what's up? All right. So I wanted to make sure I showed you that before you go running off somewhere. Let me start with some Lady Death. Conan is usually is using conditioner now. Yeah. There are some of those Farrah Fawcett poses he's in. Yes, I know. I know what you mean. All right, let's run some singles here, guys. Hey, let me know, Eric. Is my display okay? It's showing up bluish on my laptop. You seeing everything clear? Or does it look a little like washed out and blue? All right, Lady Death. Brian Polito's Lady Death. Leather and Lace 2005. the sultry cover. There she is, playing with her sword. We're going to do 5 on these. We'll go quick. 10 seconds. Looks good. All right, thanks. Yeah, maybe it's something with my laptop then. I'll take a look later. All right. Brian Pulido's Medieval Lady Death, issue number 1. This is the wraparound cover. Avatar. $5. 10 seconds. No sudden death. Just trying to keep it moving. The Lady Death fans know what Lady Death they need and want. So yeah, I got to keep the bad girl, and it's so funny. Like at every comic book show, here is another Leather and Lace, book 1. All right, so there's just pinups in here, the Leather and Lace copies. All right, Leather and Lace, same book as that one. So I had 2 rows of books, one called Sexy Good Girls and one called Sexy Bad Girls. And inevitably, some husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend come up and they giggle and they go, "What's?" Somebody looked at me and he goes, "What's a sexy bad girl comic?" And I said, "Go look, you'll see." And then the 2 of them go over there, and then they start flipping, and they start giggling because like I had all the nude, there was all the nudes in there, all the hardcore stuff. Medieval issue 1, again, different cover, same book. Let's do the 5, like I said, 10 seconds. All right, then we got the 10th anniversary books. All right, the 10th anniversary books. Lady Death, 10th anniversary. This is called the Limited. All right, so limited to 1500. Limited to 1500. This is the Energy variant. All the electricity all there, this is called the Energy variant. You got all kinds of monsters and stuff hiding in here. Looks like she's been doing the ab workout. 10th anniversary issue, Bride and Pulido's Lady Death. Let's try 3. Jay Diller, thanks for stopping in. All right, same book, 10th anniversary, Lady Death. This is the painted cover variant. Check out the monsters reflected in the sword. Very cool. Lady Death, intense death stare. The 10th anniversary issue. There we go. And then we've got the Lady Death 10th anniversary issue. This is your standard issue number 1. Looking great. All the lightning, all the wolves. Bring on the wolves. Great Ronnie James Dio song. All right, now this if you know, you know. This is El Cazador, issue number 1 and issue number 5. But these were with the Lady Death. The guy just threw them in for me. These have a preview of Lady Death: The Wild Hunt. So there's 2 of them. The $3 each. We'll do 2 for 5. Now, last time Martin was in here, Web Prophet. I don't know if you're here. I don't think Martin's in here. I didn't see him sneak in. But I let him know I got his Lady Death. Last time he was in and I mentioned having sexy girl comics, he goes, "Do you have any Lady Death?" I said, "Yes, I do." And then I picked these up at last weekend's comic book show. And I sent him some photos. So we'll see. Maybe he'll pop in a little later. All right, let me check on the survey. Survey says 3 out of 5 people are saying keep those books sealed. Okay, all right. I thought I would almost do them like a blind bag. Like if people bought one, I'd rip and ship or something like that. But I kind of know what they are. All right, this is going to be very straightforward. Here we go. Conan and the Jewels of Gwalior. 1 of 3. 2 of 3. 3 of 3. That makes a complete set. How about that? All right, let me go check on something here. This one I didn't actually take a look at. I'm assuming it's either 3 or 5 each, something like that. Let's take a look. Jewels of Gwalior. Dark Horse 2005 limited edition. $3 each. Conan quite a set. Eric says, "Man, heard Conan had quite a set of jewels." Oh, there's a reason why they show him with all those snakes around him all the time. We'll do 9 for the lot. There's a reason those lovely ladies are always wrapped around his leg. I'm sure we'll find one of those here momentarily. All right, that's the jewels. Conan and his jewels. Yeah. All right. From 2005, another complete set, Conan and the Demons of Kitai. Akira Yoshida, Paul Lee, and Richard Starkings on that one. 4-issue set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the official. It's officially official. Andrew, what's up, dude? So did you know you can buy live fish on here? I did hear that, yes. You can buy steamed crabs I haven't heard about. No. I did hear about live fish. How you doing, Andrew? How you been, buddy? Yeah, I raised an eyebrow when I saw that about the fish. I'm on a whatnot Reddit, and somebody asked, "What's the best way to pack fish?" I sold a bunch of goldfish. How do I ship them? Gotta run, Chris. Gotta have fun doing the numbers on these Dark Horse Cone. Yeah, okay. You got it, buddy. Have a great one. Have a good night. I will see you soon, buddy. Andrew, I'm doing real good. Last Saturday, did another one of the local cons. Had a great time. Made some money. Made some cash money. Picked up a few good deals. And then the week before that was the paper show, the ephemera show at Allentown. So did real good. Did real good. I said I did a little debrief earlier, but I basically netted like $600. The show started at 8 a.m. and ran until 2 p.m. Only a one-day show. So I can't complain about that, buddy. Oh, I can't use that. Sorry. Let me get the ruler, the divider here. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and now I'm gearing up for June 6th and 7th is the Allentown Comic Con. It's the one last year that I did real good at. They expanded it now. Instead of a 1-day show, it's a 2-day show. All right, here's a one shot: Conan and the Daughters of Medora. Real nice shape. Running this one for 8. All right, now I do have a poll up there. I'm going to show you what that poll is all about. If you didn't get a chance to check out the preview video, I'll show you right after this Conan runs here. All right, so here's the story, right? So recently I was able to purchase a lot of Batman comics. They are sealed subscription copies. All right, sealed subscription copies. I've got 20 of these Batman. These are Batman comics. 20 of them. I've got 21 Detective comics sealed. And I've got 23 Shadow of the Bat, including annual number 4. All right. So they're your typical subscription, right? It's got the cardboard on the front and back, the light cardboard on the front and back, in a polysealed bag. So how do you sell that? It tells you I know what book it is. That's Batman Shadow of the Bat number 57. The subscription was up to number 61. And I've got a list of all the comics that are here, right? But what do? Do you sell it? Do I slice them open, or do I sell them as sealed, presumed mint in the? I mean, they all look great. Nothing's bashed, nothing's dirty, nothing's cut. I was thinking of trying to do them here as blind bags, but they're not really blind bags because you know what books they are. There's no real hardcore keys. I already checked. A couple of minor keys in there, but nothing much. All right. I'll mention that Lehigh Valley Con to my cousin, see if it's something he's interested in riding up to. It's about 3.5 hours from me. Okay. Yeah. Good question. May want to take that question to a Facebook group or Reddit chat. Yeah, I'm thinking about going to Reddit. I already did a little research on the Bay just to see if any had sold, and there are some. There are some that have sold. Not huge lots like that, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So gather a little information and go from there. That is the plan. All right, where were we at? We're chugging through some Conan here. All right, let's keep running some stuff while we're chit chatting here. 2014 series Conan the Avenger. I've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Conan the Avenger 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is a 25 issue series from 2014 to 2016. Let's do all 4 of them. Up and running. Yeah, so it is June 6th and 7th. Yeah, just Google it. It's at the Allentown Agricultural Center. But it is 2 days. I mean, if you guys can swing it, you can drive up here, grab a hotel nearby, hit the con 2 days. I am curious. Yeah, I can tell you last year it was huge. I was impressed at how big it was, and people were not afraid to spend. I don't know about this year, but last year people were not afraid of spending money. All right, there's Conan the Avenger. Lots of vendors. Surprisingly, I got to be honest with you. Surprisingly, I had people coming up to me complaining that there weren't enough comic book vendors there. You know, there's all kinds of vendors, right? All comic book and genre related. There was a fun cosplay group that ran around, but I think one of the reasons that I sold so much in volume and did so well there was I brought a bunch of comics and they were reasonably priced. So I wanted to do Heroes Con this year, but doesn't look like I'll have the funds for it this year. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this one wouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's not too expensive to get in, and yeah, talk about it. Let me know. Let me know if you're coming. Definitely let me know. We will get together, do something. All right, this is Conan the Barbarian, 2012 to 2014, number 1 through 25. Guess what? You know what I'm a master of, right? The complete sets. That's my thing. Here we go. Official Robert E. Howard, Dark Horse Comics, Conan the Barbarian, number 1, number 2, number 3. Ooh. Not only does Conan have a large snake, he's got a large sea and then a sea ray thing. What do they call those things again? I forget. All right, there's number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. What's Conan on the Ozempic? What's going on here? I don't know. Looks like he lost a little weight. Conan, number 10, eel. Yeah, some kind of eel, some kind of sea eel. Conan, number 11. I think there's another name for it, though. Number 12, halfway through. Number 13. Number 14. Ooh, the lady in red. Is that a Game of Thrones reference there? Number 15. Number 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. Sea serpent. No, not sea serpent. Something like that. 22. 22. Look, I can't even keep them stacked on top of each other. There's so many of them. 23. 24. 25. All right, now I got to Google that. Now I got to go Google that. Interrupting my comic book show to Google sea creatures. Ah, I found it. A moray eel. The moray eel. Yes, the giant moray eel. That's it. I'm even looking at a picture of it. Yep. All right. There it is. Conan, all 25 issues. The 2012 set. Uh, I'll run it once in case anybody's interested. We'll get the right weight in there. Whatnot's cracking down on the weights now, so you got to be careful with the weights. I think they're taking away our 5 per week soon, so you got to be careful. Got to be careful. 25 issues. Let's go. Give me some time to sip my coffee here. So, Andrew, speaking of comics and other things, I hope the card game's going good for you. I told the story a little bit earlier. I recently raised all my comic listings from 4 to 7 up to 8 to 11. Yeah, that's smart. That is smart. What was I going to say? Oh, cards. So at the last comic show, I'll just get these back in order here while I'm chatting at you. At the last comic show, the vendor next to me, he was selling action figures, but he did have some cards, and he had a whole set of the same DC cards that I have a sealed box of. He had them, and he was telling me when he was a kid he collected them, and he just put them in the binder, and he just picked it up from his parents' house, and he's in his 40s, right? So it's been sitting at his parents' house for like 30 years. So I flipped through it, and it's got the whole set in it, and the cards look mint, and he's got like 5 of the 12 hologram cards, the chase cards, and he wanted $10 for it, so I got that. And then at the Allentown Paper Show, there was a guy who well, let me tell you that. So, real quick here. So there was a guy at the Allentown Paper Show. I'm walking down one of the aisles, and one of the vendors, he's got cards, comic book cards, out on his table, and it caught my eye because I saw some 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards, right? So I stop, and I'm starting to look at them, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at, and he comes over, real nice guy. He's like, if you want all of them, he goes, I got plenty more back here too. He goes, $100 for all of it. So I'm flipping, and I'm seeing like good stuff. There's some new stuff. There's some complete runs of stuff. There's little bits and pieces of stuff. So I go, I'll do it. Yeah, no problem. There's like 1,000 cards there for $100. Okay. So then he goes, well, I got more here. He goes, let me give you this, and he puts like he puts the 3-ring binder card holders on there, like another stack of them, and it's like all Marvel stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, hey, thanks. And he goes, yeah, and take this too. And he pulls out another. Well, the bottom line is there's a box and a couple of sets of sports cards, right? So there's sports cards in there. So my mailman sells sports cards on Whatnot. So I brought them to him to take a look at. So maybe the next show I'll bring them down here and I'll flip through them for you. I asked his opinion. I go, look, I flipped through them. There's some cool cards there. There's like a Don Mattingly card. He just got named the Phillies manager this week. There's a really nice Don Mattingly card. There's like a nice set of Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia Phillies, some of the older guys too. Tug McGraw's in there and all. So they're nice, but he's like, yeah, just lot them up and sell them for 10 or 15. Start the bid there, and but there were like a handful of cards that were nicer than others. So I put them in penny sleeves and top loaders, and I'm just letting them sit for now because I got too much other stuff to worry about. But yeah, if you're around, I'll bring them downstairs sometime and have them just sitting here. I'll show them off to you. See what you think. I mean, you'll probably look at them and go, Chris, they're not much. But I don't care if they're not much. They were just add-ins to my other stuff. So, all right, up next, more Conan. All right, here comes some good advice. Sir Dabs a bit says, main thing to keep in mind with some of the older cards is from like 88 to 93. Yeah, the junk wax era. Right. Yeah, and I think a lot of these cards are. There were some that were definitely not, right? They were older. There's still pallets full of unopened cards from that era across the country because they were so overprinted. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, so that's why he would, because he said the same exact thing. He said, Chris, a lot of this is kind of the junk wax stuff. He goes, if you're gonna sell it, just make a pile of it. So I was like, all right. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, there were some even I could recognize, like, oh, these were cards from when I was a kid. Um, all right, what's up next? Conan 2019 Marvel. We found some Marvel Conan. I really hate how confusing they make it with the legacy numbers, and thank God for the internet because it makes it easier to figure it out. But this is the 2019 volume of Conan, issue number 1, issue number 2, issue number 3. The 2019 series is a 25 issue set. Let me get the right weight on here. All right, up and running on Conan the Barbarian 2019. Granted, football and basketball were not as overprint. Yeah, I mean, there's some hockey cards. There's some hockey cards, some basketball cards. One that caught my eye was like it's like a 1 in 1,000 limited foil, blah blah blah. So I'm curious to do a little research on that. Um, I recently got a big 3-ring binder of older 90s X-Men cards to use as random givvies in my shows. Nice. There's close to 400 cards in the binder, 50 from the local comic shop. Nice. Oh, that is good. That's a good deal. That's a nice deal. I like it. I sat in on some couple of real cool guys selling Marvel cards here on Whatnot. I was picking their brain a little bit about selling the Marvel cards and this and that. So a couple of them have popped in here to say hi. Uh, their advice is just come in and start selling singles and see how it goes and have fun with it. So as I've been getting, hey Zane, how you doing, buddy? So Andrew, as I've been getting ready for these comic book shows, I've collected all the cards in one place now. So we got them all nice and organized, semi-organized, so that when I am getting serious about them, I'll have a place to start. All right, here's the 2019 Marvel Savage Sword of Conan 12 issue limited series. There's number 1. There's number 2. Now there's Conan. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. 2019. We're doing good, Zane. We're having fun. We're going through some stuff. Eric was here a little bit earlier. We'll go start that up for you for 20 seconds. Yeah, pretty chill. Pretty chill. Just going through. I got a box of Conan and DC's 52. I got a complete set of 52. We went through a little bit of Lady Death, and then the big fun. Oh, let me ask your opinion here. I've been asking everybody's opinion on this. All right, there's Savage Sword Marvel 1 through 5 from 2019. 5 out of the 12, almost half the series. All right. Well, first of all, Zane, how you doing, buddy? You back home now? You're all done, yeah? All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, Zane, right there. DC comic book subscriptions. All right. They are all still sealed. All appear to be in great condition. Still in Columbus until graduation on Sunday. Oh, it's this week. Okay, I thought maybe it was last weekend. I forgot. Was in a guy's trip at a national park. Oh, nice. Which park did you go to? This is Batman, number 537 through 559. Cuyahoga. Around Lake Cuyahoga. Nice. So here's the key question, Zane. I've got Batman. I've got Detective Comics 704 through 726, give or take. And Shadow of the Bat. I've got Annual 4, copies from 57 to 79, and I've got the Batman 1 million book as well. So here's the question. Do you open them up, bag and board them, and sell them? Or do you sell them like that, still in the subscription wrapper? I got a poll up, I got public opinion. I've asked Sir Dabs a bit. I asked Eric. We're going to ask Reddit and the internet. Let's see what answer has come back. Most of them are just run filler. I already looked for keys or anything like that. There's no like really big keys. I think the most expensive book I saw was like a $5 book. All right, here we go. Dark Horse Conan, the 2004 series. Conan Dark Horse, 2004 series. Number 1. I don't need to cover this up. There's some strategically placed hair there, so we're good. We're good. We're good for whatnot. We're good for YouTube. Number 2. Honestly, if that's the case, just sell sealed, because if the books were worth anything, you'd actually need to know the condition. Exactly. Here's another number 2. Conan number 3. Number 4. Number 5. But the way they are, just keep them sealed and save a little on packaging. Yeah, that's true too. I'd still wrap them up real good. This is number 6. Michael Linzer cover. This one, yeah, I already checked on that. This book's worth a couple extra bucks for the Michael Linzer cover. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Two Namibians walk into a bar. You know it's always going to end in a bar fight with Conan. There's number 9. Here's number 10. At Chamberlain University, there's number 11. Know what those alarms mean and how nurses rise to meet the moment. Number 12. Confidence. But we know quiet moments too, when the beach 13. And compassion is all someone needs. We know. Oh, look, we're having calamari for dinner. In the US, and we prepare nurses. Lucky number 13. To answer the call. Number 14. Chamberlain University belong to something great, certified to operate by chef. 15. Are we going to have the whole set here? You'll have to wait and see. Number 16. Number 17. Number 18. I love the full action, throwing yourself off of the cliff, running on there. Woo! I could go for some fried calamari with some sweet Thai chili sauce right now. Oh, Andrew's got the munchies. Friday night munchies. I hear you. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. Yes. The Robert E. Howard seal of approval. And number 25. I got 2 of those? Hold on. No. 25 and 26. Now, I do not, this is not a complete set. How many of them were there? 1 through 50. That's about half the set. I might have some others of these floating around, but as I'm going through my books here, we're getting them. So that's 1 through 26. Conan, Dark Horse, 2004. I've been going nuts with the organizing. It's really, I've been talking about getting more organized like this for the last 2 years, and now that I'm finally doing it, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see how cool this can be. To have them all organized and ready to go. I think doing these local cons has been great. Forces me to get a little more organized. I can only bring so much inventory with me. I got to make it fit in the car. I got to strategize how many short boxes or long boxes I should bring. I got to fit my displays in there too. So it really focuses you in on like, okay, let's focus on the keys. Let's focus on what's popular now. Let's focus on what people are looking to buy. You guys know me, right? I'm in that bronze and copper age groove and complete sets. That's my jam. If you want a mint copy of Dork #1 or Absolute Batman limited edition #1 signed, that's not, I don't got that stuff. I don't. So you got to know what lane you're going to play in and stick to it. All right. We're going to end the night with this. Believe it or not, I don't know if anybody wants this, but I got it. There are some nice keys in here. It's almost a complete run. It's missing one issue, and I think I've got it somewhere. And again, if I was a little more organized, I might be able to get it, but DC's 52 series. I got 51 out of 52 sitting here for you. 1, 2, 3. This one's a key. They're all in real nice shape. Very well kept. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, This one's a key as well, uh, where he's accused of rape. That's kind of a big issue there. Number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, Batwoman. That's a key. 12, Isis and Black Adam hook up. Enough said. 13, lucky number 13. We got 14. Running a claim show along with flash sales in the shop tomorrow, adding 21 new books to the shop tonight. Also, stop in. I would be more than happy to, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, tomorrow should be a relatively chill day here. Taking my wife out with my son for Mother's Day. We're doing it on Saturday. Guys, don't forget, give your mom a call. If your mom's here and with us, please give mom a call. Say hi. All right, Booster Gold Memorial issue, week 15. All right, week 16, more Black Adam. 17, guys, it's the Lobo cover. Come on. Origin. I love it. Only 35 more issues to go. I think I sold, yeah, I had one copy of Supergirl. I forget which series, with Supergirl fighting Lobo on the cover. And I was talking to somebody, was looking at my Supergirl comics, and I was telling him like, I brought some Supergirl. No, people are looking. Nobody's buying any Supergirl. I'm surprised. The movie trailer's out. I thought there'd be a little more interest. So I said, I even got some Lobo with Supergirl. He's like, you do? So I showed it to him, and he's like, oh, I need that. So sometimes you just got to talk to people. Week 18, 19, 20, like that action. 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to be on a mission now to find that missing issue somewhere in my inventory. 25, halfway there, living on a prayer. 26, I like the retro vibe on that one, like the old 1950s horror movies. Love that. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, Batman. 31, 32, 33. Where's 34? Not here. And I was a little bit pissed off, to be honest with you, because when I bought this, I was told it was a complete set of 52. So I'm like, oh, awesome. I got to get it. And then missing 34. Bummer. 35, 36. Lobo again. Adam Hughes in there. 37, 38, 39. Super Lex. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. This is a cool issue. 45, Black Adam on the throne. 46, week 47. We're getting there. 48, the question. 49. Whew, This is like work. 50 or 50, 51, and 52. Whew! All right, so that is 51 of 52 issues of the series. 52. Whew! Holy moly. All right, from 2006. Missing issue 34. Let me get the right weight on this one here for you. That'll all fit in a flat rate. Yes, it will. I do use flat rate shipping. 51 out of 52 issues. Let's say, well, let's do a deal on it. Think about it. 50 bucks, dollar a book. Great read for $1 a book. With the flat rate shipping, 59, right? So, cool, Roxy. Good to see you. All right, guys. Woo! There we go. Well, that's quite a bit, isn't it now? 52. Let me just get these back in order. I'll get that 34 in there, man. Woo! 40. And it's not like 34 is like some big key issue. Like, it's not like it's a $50 book or anything. So, I like that cover, the Halloween cover. All right, Lobo. That cover is great, man. That cover is great. If there was a sequel to The Rock's Black Adam movie, they should totally have brought ISIS into it. That would have been. They could have made a love triangle with Shazam. They could have done so much with that. But they blew it. They blew it. All right, guys, there is 52. Holy moly. 51 comics weighs a lot. Wow. All right, what else are we doing here? Let me see. The Conan. Did we finish the Conan? We did. We went through that. Conan is done. We'll get the 52 back in here where it belongs. Woo! All right. What's Andrew saying here? I just wanted them to bring Henry Cavill back as Supes. Yes. Yes. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. You and me both. All right, one last time here. I do have some Lady Death. Let's go back through the Lady Death again. All right. I've got Brian Pulido's Lady Death 10th anniversary, multiple covers. This is the standard cover, issue 1. Absolutely gorgeous. Great shape. Corners are nice. Sweet. Start that for 5. Up and running. Chris, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Counts, hello. Thanks everybody for coming on in, hanging out. I do appreciate it as always. Always having some fun here, going through comics and sorting them and pricing them and trying to sell a few every once in a while. You never know. All right, this is the same book. 10th issue, anniversary edition, Brian Pulido's Lady Death. This is the painted cover. Very cool. I love the detail, the reflection of the monsters in the sword, right? Super cool. Lady Death, 10th anniversary edition. Up and running. So I'm almost caught up on the boys. I'm 2 episodes behind on the boys. I'm all caught up on Daredevil Born Again. So much good stuff. I'm a couple of episodes behind on Invincible. Got to catch up on Invincible. Lady Death 10th anniversary. This is the Energy variant. Again, great shape. They're all in excellent shape. Love that action. Lady Death's been doing the ab workout. Working the abs. Looking good. Signed up for Prime for a week, long enough to catch up on Invincible. Wasn't able to watch The Boys. Ah. All right, here we go. Brian Pulido's Medieval Lady Death #1. Yeah, The Boys has been pretty good. The Boys have been pretty good. I like what they're leading up to. Animal Kingdom on Netflix. That's a great show. That's a great show. Yeah. All right, here's another Medieval #1. This is the wraparound cover. Let's do the 2 of those together. Actually, let's see if we can run a couple bundles if anybody's interested. Lady Death 10th anniversary. 1, 2, 3. All 3 of them. $15. How about not? Let's change that up a little bit. You got to change the weight. Let's say we did all 3 for 12. All 3 variants of the 10th anniversary of Lady Death. Never seen it before, but I'm enjoying it. On season 4 now. Nice. Yeah, that's a great series. I'm always amazed at the. I'm just amazed that they can catch that video footage of these animals doing these crazy things. You know what I mean? It's insane. All right, here's Lady Death #1, Medieval #1. There's the wraparound cover. Here is the standard cover. Let's do the 2 of those. 2 for 10. Nah, let's go 8. Talk about 2 different shows. Show I'm watching is about a family that pulls jobs like heist. Oh, that Animal Kingdom. Yeah, we're definitely talking about two different shows. Yeah, you're talking action and heists, and I'm talking Mutual of Omaha. Today on Animal Kingdom, we see the willoughby in its natural habitat, grazing in a field. All right. Brian Polito's Lady Death. This is the leather and lace. The say that 10 times fast. Leather and Lace, 2005 issue. So this is a book full of pinups. There's number one. There's cover number two, the sultry cover, standard cover, sultry cover, playing with her sword. And I've also got two issues by CrossGen of El Cazador, but these two issues preview Lady Death, the Wild Hunt. So we'll just throw those in there, all right? So that's all four books. We'll just do $10. Throw the other two in. All right, Web Prophet said he was interested in some Lady Death. I told him I got some, so we'll hold some here for him. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to end the show for tonight. All right, before we wrap up, let's see. What is, 50-50 on open versus keep sealed. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I got to think about it a little more. We'll put it out there in the Reddit universe, maybe. All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate everybody who stopped in. Thank you very much. Eric, great seeing you as always, my friend. Let me know about those Conan. We'll take it from there. Andrew, take care. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch you tomorrow. Okay, as soon as I'm done here, I'll go bookmark that show. And of course, Zane, my friend. Good luck with graduation, buddy. All right. Wishing you all the best. Want to hear all about it when you get back home. All right. You guys take care. Until next time, my friends. You know what we say here. Keep it cool. Keep it common. Keep it collected. All right. We'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.